All right, everybody. Welcome back to Bets and Breaks. We are live. Exciting times because we are live. We got the mic'd up show coming on after this. It's exciting.
You got a whole day full of live shows.
That's it. Groundbreaking.
That's a first.
We are here in Cards and Culture, which is a collectible shop in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So if you guys are in Baton Rouge, don't be afraid to pull up today. Mikey Matzek's a former LSU baseball player, MLB player. Him and Jared Mitchell, who also played at LSU, won the national championship here, have their own radio show. So they'll be here in our shop 1 to 3 p.m. today. But we are here for Bets and Breaks. We're going to talk a little gambling, sports news, breaking, cards, hobby news, all that good stuff.
All of it. Yeah, we got a lot going on. I know it doesn't seem that way because there's really not many
Boring
sports going on, but there's some news out there. Before we get into the betting and the breaking, I'm going to hit y'all with the headlines. Preseason started last night. The Texans down the Patriots 20-9. C.J. Stroud, though, didn't look too hot. Threw a pick on the opening drive. Struggled under pressure.
Not how you draw
That's
it
your
up.
number 2 overall pick. Again, preseason NFL debut. Like you expect that out of a rookie, but
You'd like to see more.
yeah, because are you going to rely on Davis Mills again for an entire season? I don't think so. I think they're banking on Stroud to get it together. And the Seahawks beat the Vikings 24-13. Preseason kicking up tonight. It'll be all this weekend. Stay tuned for that. We'll talk about the Saints. They play the Chiefs on Sunday. Speaking of the Saints, they did just sign a linebacker, Jalen Smith, who played with the Cowboys and the Giants. They had Anthony Barr visit with Kareem Hunt last week. Both of them left without deals, but this move, bringing in Jalen Smith, is good because you need some of that linebacker depth. I know we keep talking about the backfield and the running back depth, but you do need depth for linebackers too because Demario Davis has that calf injury. We're going to move right through this so we can get to the good stuff.
But
Don't worry.
hold on, I want to interrupt because you should have seen Abby squeal last night when we walked into Bin 77 and she was so excited that there was preseason football on.
I did.
It was hilarious. So
It's kind of embarrassing because preseason football is low-key a joke, but
I think she even shoulder checked me to get out of the way too. She was like, "Let's get in there."
I booked it to where I could see a TV and made sure that I was sitting somewhere that I could see the TV.
It was good. You love sports. I love it.
I
you
do.
love football. It's great.
And we got into it a little bit about Tom Brady, but that'll come at a later date.
I was poking the bear.
He got me riled up.
That was good.
LSU Football landed 4-star running back Caden Durham for the 2024 class. Joe, I know you know a little bit more about the recruiting side of things. You want to go ahead and fill in some things right there?
Yeah, he's great. I want to say he's the number 8 running back in the country.
I know he's top 100.
Yeah, he's really, really good. His teammate, Colin Simmons, over at where does he play?
Is this the duo in Texas?
Yeah.
Did they commit together?
No. So Durham committed earlier in the day, and then Colin Simmons ended up committing later in the day, but he went to Texas.
Yeah,
And
they split.
He was between Texas and Louisiana, and they were teammates. Duncanville, that's where they played.
That's right. Okay.
It would
We
have
were
been cool to
talking
have them
about that on
both
Mikey's
over
show.
here. Yeah.
That's cool.
He went to Texas.
Wow.
And then, of course, MLB, Michael Lorenzen had that no-hitter the other night.
that was
just
fun.
8 days after being traded by the Tigers to the Phillies. 14th no-hitter in Phillies franchise history. It was his second start with the team and his home debut. I mean, come on.
He's balling too. He was like he kind of been like battling, trying to like make a case for him being a starter and everything. And he'd been a reliever, and then Tigers gave him a chance this year. He balled out, and then the Phillies made a trade for him at the deadline, and it's paid off for him. So that's kind of fun.
And the Phillies, I was joking. I pulled up the Phillies Instagram to go look at it, get a picture of Lorenzen. And they had posted him, I kid you not, there were 10 pictures in a row of Lorenzen after that no-hitter. I said, is this normal? Like, do you normally post that many pictures of one singular player? Like, great performance, but 10 freaking posts on Instagram.
It's the algorithm. They're taking advantage of it,
they
right?
figured it out. We haven't yet, but we'll get there.
They just know that all the attention's on that right now, so they're just probably leaning
Smart
into
move,
that. Yeah, that's what I mean.
He was all I saw on my algorithm.
Yep.
That's all the headlines we have for y'all today, but we are going to get into the betting because there are some there's some tea in the betting world right now.
Can you give us that? What was the Portnoy thing? You guys were telling me.
Dave Portnoy bought back Barstool for a freaking $1.
I knew he bought it back, but what was like the clause or something?
So there was a no compete clause, right?
Yeah,
you want to explain it a little bit?
There's supposed to be a non-compete whenever Penn bought it from Barstool,
Gotcha.
and then they decided to forego that to merge with ESPN because they're ESPN.
Right.
But because of that, Portnoy then got to buy it back for $1.
That's incredible.
With the clause that if he were to ever sell Barstool again, Penn would get 50% of the net profit.
Wow.
And then he just said he's dying with it.
He's not selling it. It's not happening.
And
he won't sell it.
He put it in his will. Big Cat's getting it.
I think Kevin first, and then Big Cat would get the second option.
Wow, Kevin.
He's dead ass just going to give away the company instead of selling it. I love Dave Portnoy.
Yeah,
Big
best.
fan.
Yep.
Some more tea.
This was
There's a lot of tea going on right now. Billy Walters wrote a book, and he came out and said that Phil Mickelson waged, I think, $1 billion in the last
over the last 10
decade.
years, yeah.
And he said that he put 400,000 on the Ryder Cup while he was playing.
So how does that work? Is that illegal?
So Mickelson came out and denied it, obviously, because that's
I would imagine,
illegal. Yes. Basically saying he wouldn't jeopardize the integrity of the game and stuff. But I mean, who do you believe? Because Billy Walters wrote a book.
Is he the bookie?
No. Do you know their relationship? I think they met in the golf world somewhere.
I wonder who that guy is.
Yeah, he's like a entrepreneur or whatever. He's
wow.
big name. Yeah, he basically put Mickelson on blast, and it went viral yesterday.
Everywhere.
I know we were talking about it, but he came out and he was like, "No, I did not do that. I would never do that." So I don't know who you believe, but somebody's lying.
That's a lot of money. That's crazy. That's really astronomical for somebody to make that up. So I don't know.
Dude, I know $1 billion and 400,000 on the Ryder Cup. I know. Where would you come up with that information?
And somebody was at a dinner last night. Somebody was putting it in perspective for us. They were saying if you make $100,000, it's equivalent. His earnings. He at the time making 60 million or something over the last a year. And they were saying that number over the 10 years would be equivalent to $100,000 salary person betting $150. So it's really it's a lot of money, yes, but in perspective to what he was making, again, I don't know. That was bar talk last night while we were having a drink.
No. It makes sense, but I just can't fathom the idea of that much money. I think that's insane
it's just,
to me.
maybe at that point he just knows he can make it back so easily, or I don't know. I don't know.
He took some hard hits too. Yeah. It's a whole thing.
Allegedly.
Is it true? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it true? We don't know.
We'll find out.
Somebody's lying.
Yeah.
And speaking of making a lot of money, imagine putting
imagine?
$5 into a slot machine and winning $10 million, because that happened in Vegas yesterday.
I can imagine. I dream about it a lot, actually. And when I go to LaBerge, that's what I think about every time I press the $5 button.
Right. You're trying to manifest, No, it doesn't happen. I've lost so much money on slot machines. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's your betting breakdown for today, and then I'm going to let him take over breaks.
The betting tea. All right, so we talked about sports cards last week. We talked about, or on Tuesday, talked about Topps Chrome that came out, big product for baseball. Wednesday, we didn't have a show. Thursday, we didn't have a show. So in between that time on Wednesday morning, National Treasures came out, which is a Panini product, and it's the biggest in the game. So this is the one that you see headlines of when Patrick Mahomes' rookie card sells for $4 million.
So the big dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are the ones that it's true gambling. You can spend $3,000 on a box, and this is where you can actually get $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 cards
make money.
out of these boxes. So the big dogs play this one. These are the big ones. But it's also a gamble, right? Because you could pay $3,000 and maybe you get $1,500 worth of cards back and you lose $1,500. Each card in the set is pretty valuable just by itself because there's not a lot of them made. So the scarcity increases the value. But I'm going to show you some pictures. Mamba Cards, which is a great, breaking company in the hobby. They had some badass cards pulled. They got this Kenny Pickett out of 5, which is probably... Jonah, what do you think a Kenny Pickett out of 5 National Treasures is for right now? Market value. Ballpark-ish. 10? Yeah. Just ballpark-ish. So, that's one card that you pulled out of that box, and it's just badass. And they're the most coolest looking cards because they're called RPAs, which stands for Rookie Patch Autos. So those are kind of the most valuable cards. And so what it does is it has a piece of their jersey or a logo patch or a piece of Nike, something along those lines, or an actual piece of their jersey, a laundry tag, things like that make it super
somebody told me the other
valuable.
day the laundry tag is
It's huge. I don't know. Yeah. And it makes it a one of one. So that's what creates the scarcity value, all that stuff, right? So now if these guys go out and, have an MVP season, if they win the Super Bowl, if Kenny Pickett puts himself in that position, these cards might be $25,000, $50,000 at the end of the year, something along those lines. So from a gambling perspective, that's what people are doing when they spend $3,000 or maybe $12,000 on the whole case, right? They know that they're going to get a case hit in this product, and that's kind of what they're shooting for. So Mamba Cards did a really cool break, and they had some really good ones. ones, and another mojobreaks.com, another leader in the space. They're great to us. Every show we go to, we meet up with them, and they had some real bangers. And they'll be ripping cards over the next couple days too, right? Because the product just came out.
Right.
So everybody's chasing these cards because they're so scarce, right? They're trying to get one of ones of their favorite players. They're trying to get these laundry tags. So right now, for the next week or two, these breaks are crazy popular.
Okay.
Yeah. And so just to go over the quick breaks, if you guys want some of the leaders in the industry and where to find them, Backyard Breaks is a huge break company. Most people know them. They're really popular. Grant does a great job. The entertainment value there is second to none. This company literally does like probably $10 million in card breaking a month. Like, it's crazy.
A month?
A month.
Oh.
Like the
I thought you
turnover
were gonna
that
say
they're.
a year.
No. It's ridiculous. So they're one of the biggest ones in the game. They have great hits. They have 30, 40 breakers. They're literally live right now on Whatnot, breaking the product. So you could tune in technically to their channel, go watch it. They're doing a pick your team. So basically, so you don't have to buy the whole box. You can just pick one team and you can pay $400 for the Bengals and hope that you get Jamar Chase or Joe Burrow. And that's really all you're interested in anyway, right?
Yeah.
So that might be the move for some people if they don't want to go in for the whole case. Let's see. Markman Breakers, those guys are in New Orleans, guys. They're huge down here. They're a local company. If you guys like to break with them, they are on Loop, and they go Tuesday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. They're always breaking, and they'll be doing National Treasures, I'm sure. Bullpen LA, they are on Drip, which is another Whatnot type selling platform. So dripshot.live. You can find the Bullpen LA, which is another great company. They have a ton of product. They have a ton of options for you guys. And then Mojo Breaks, they're live on Fanatics. Fanatics has its own streaming breaking service now.
Interesting.
Yes. So it's relatively new. They launched it at the National. Officially for people and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And so there's select breakers on there. So if you're a Fanatics person, if you like them, if you want to be, involved there, they pretty much have a monopoly on the whole industry right now. And so you can go over there, live stream and break with them.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's our quick
Lots of
breakdown
content,
of all
yeah.
the breaks. National Treasures is basically most fun time of the year if you're a football fan. Is the biggest product. So all my hobby people are all chasing that, or at least watching that right now.
Right.
Some people can't participate in it, right? Sometimes at night I'll just sit on my phone and I'll just stream
watch.
and watch it. Yeah, it's super cool.
I will say I enjoy watching people pull big stuff. I don't even know much about it, but it's so fun to watch people, like their reactions.
It's the reaction. That's it.
That's what you're looking for.
And that's what you go there for. It's the entertainment value.
Yeah.
It's like people want to feel like they're connected to something and somebody's breaking their card with them, that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So the guys that do it well, it's really cool production value. So you guys can tune into all those streams and stuff like that. And I do want to give a shout out to Corey Woodson. He's been great to us. He is a local breaker. He comes in here and rips a ton of product. And he's got a great Facebook group. So make sure you guys go on Facebook. You look up Rated Rouge. Again, local company. We're going to be working with Corey a lot. Right now, he's running a platinum or Topps Chrome Platinum break. So you guys can go to his Facebook group. You got to get accepted, Facebook groups do that thing, but it's a really cool group. There's like 800, 900 members in there, so it's a buy, sell, trade thing. If you guys are into collectibles, if you're into breaking, he really does a lot of football, but he's doing some baseball stuff right now. So shout out Corey, appreciate the love and the support all the time with that.
Well, good. If you're a card person, you just got all kinds of content thrown at you. Go check it out. But we will round out the show with your picks. Mine are coming next week. They tried to get me to make picks today. I said I wasn't going to do it because I'm not prepared. But they will come at y'all next week.
I think we just got to get
picks though.
I think we just got to get her to pick. Hey, who do you think's going to win this game? Who do you think's going to? And we'll start.
Well,
there.
that's what we were trying to do with. We were trying to do that with football, but because it's preseason, it's so hard to pick.
Gotcha,
Hard to pick winners.
So basically,
I'm
she
gonna
picked
have
the
it
wrong
next
winners.
week. I'm gonna have it next. I didn't.
You
pick,
picked the wrong
no,
winners
stop.
yesterday. We didn't want to put it on there.
Anybody yesterday?
Except that you thought Tom Brady is not the greatest of all
No,
time.
we're actually not starting this right now
mean-
because it's gonna heat me up again. We're not doing it.
Just to find on
This is-
what you think is the great. Yeah, we had a heated debate. Heated debate.
You're gonna make me do this in front of people?
I mean, we don't. I don't think we have
it
enough
got bad
time.
at dinner last night. Like, I'm not kidding.
It's just what you
it started
value.
to
I
get
mean,
a little tense.
It's like, I don't know, if you're a team fan, you value winning. So that's why I'm like, maybe we'll come on your show. We'll come on your show. This is Mikey Matuk. You guys probably can't see him on the thing, but he's got his show here in a couple minutes, and maybe we'll come on and debate it. You should get her take.
Outside of the winning,
Huh?
outside of just winning, what makes you the greatest?
I think the terminology was he's a pussy.
You put me on blast so hard on our first live show.
What? I'm just saying
that was spoken outside of the shop. And, oh my gosh.
I was just telling Mikey. That was all it was.
Allegedly, I said that.
Allegedly.
It's
Now,
not
I don't know
been
if she said it,
confirmed.
but that was the term at the table that people were saying of the haters on Tom Brady. So I had to come in and just.
Anthony, give me your picks. Come on.
All right.
Calculated risk.
All right. For strikeouts today.
Oh my God.
I don't really like picking the Miami Marlins, but I'm taking Jesus Luzardo against the Yankees, so I like him for 6 punchies. I like the Marlins for 3 runs, and that gives you minus 115 odds, so you bet $100, you win $115. I also like Tariq Skubal, I don't know how to say that. He's a punchy machine, lefty pitcher for the Tigers. So I like him for 5+. The Tigers over 2.5. That gets you even money, so it's plus 100. So you bet 100, you win 100.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. For your value plays, the Brewers have Corbin Burns on the mound tonight. Perennial Cy Young candidate, punchy guy. I like them minus 1.5. So that means they got to win by 2, and the odds are minus 108.
Yep.
So they're pretty good value there. Another parlay that I like is the alternative over for the Cardinals and the Royals. The line is actually at 11, which is astronomically high. Adam Wainwright is struggling really bad right now. He's old. I love him. He's one of my people I look up to, but he is struggling. He's got to get out of there. So anyway, I like an alternate over to play it safe at 8.5.
Okay.
And I'm going to combine that with an alternate over for the Braves and the Mets. Their line is 9.5, but I like it at 7.5. That gets you minus 109. If you want to parlay them together, it's 271, or all 3 of them. The Brewers, those 2 overs, that gets you plus 271. I like that. And if you want to have some fun, a nice lottery pick for home runs is Aaron Judge, Ellie De La Cruz, Matt Olson, Kyle Schwarber, and Shohei Ohtani. And so those odds altogether, if all 5 of them hit a home run, it would be plus 94,000, which means that if you bet $10, you win $9,000, which is really fun. And so if you want to do round robins, you can bet like $5 and win $4,000. You can, so that's the fun one for me. A round robin basically means that you mix and match your picks all together, and the book does it for you.
Okay.
So we'll get into that at another date. Maybe we'll dive into what round robins are. And then real quickly, my Yurfie play of the day. I'm going to parlay Cincinnati and Pittsburgh together for a yes run first inning, the Braves and the Mets for a yes run first inning, and the Rockies and the Dodgers. If you parlay those 3 together, it gets you plus 445 odds. So I'm going to bet $50 to win 275. The payout will be 275. I'll actually win 225. So I like that one. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, they score runs in the first inning. The Braves do it 50% of the time. The Dodgers do it 50% of the time.
I think I might take that one too.
Really? Let's go.
I keep saying that, and then I forget after the show to actually go place the bet.
Just throw $1 on it every day, and we'll just calculate how much you win at the end of the year. It'll be good.
I'm about to get in my bag.
$1 will get you $4.44.
It's enough for an energy drink at the gas station,
Yeah, there you
right?
go. That's good. It's progress. What do you think, Joe? How do we do for the first live?
First live show.
First live. What'd you think?
I think y'all did great. I'll be honest. I was muted whenever I was talking about Barstool, but other than that,
So we were just sitting here looking at you on the air. People were probably, the 3
hell?
people that were
Is my
watching, or
phone
nobody was
broken?
watching. That's good.
so that's on me.
That's all right. It's our first live one. I don't think that too many people knew
Yeah.
about it, so it's all good, man. We're ironing out the kinks. This is part of it. But anybody that was listening, that was here, we appreciate you guys. If you guys are enjoying the show, please like and subscribe. Share it with friends that like betting and like being a degenerate, or like listening to Abby, hate on Tom Brady, one of the 2.
We're not doing this.
All right,
This
that's
was
it.
not part of the script for today.
We'll
I will say we'll be back next week. I'll have my picks. We're also launching Valley Vision, which I will be hosting, having some people on focused on LSU sports and culture. So check that out. And hopefully we continue to go live next week.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thank y'all
Hopefully
for
we
being
win some of
here.
these bets today, too.
Yeah, I need some money.
Yeah.